games that I really want to play. This game, we played some last night. We played like about 4 hours of this, 5 hours of this last night, and I love it. This is awesome. It's really good. It plays very much like the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous game, which I've played a bunch of, which is really good. It's a turn-based RPG, and then there's the XCOM. Somebody was sweet enough to buy me XCOM. What is it? God, fucking no, not XCOM. They bought me Warhammer 40k, Demon Hunters, Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, which is like XCOM 2, but you're playing in the Warhammer universe. Yeah. Lots of options. But the game has got really good music. And the universe is really cool. So I think we're at the tail end of the prologue. Last night we didn't finish the prologue because it was getting really late and I still had to do Aasimar, so we ended it a little early before finishing the prologue, but we're pretty close to the end of it. Yeah, we're still in the prologue. That's what I was saying. Or is there quite a bit more of the prologue? Probably like an hour left. Okay. We got all the loot. This guy, by the way, is a fucking god. This guy, this one little deck enforcer right here with his gun, he did more damage than most of the people in my group. Like, I did a bunch of damage because I'm the DPS, but that one guy shot like, I don't know, like 50 damage. He did a burst round attack and just hit everything. It was crazy. He didn't miss. Heinrich Montag.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
He sacrificed himself and didn't do anything.
Let the crew offer prayers for the hero who renounced his impure life in the name of humanity.
Henrique Montag says, the ship could use a prayer or two right now, and it's too early for a funeral. My repairmen are already hard at work fixing the damaged compartments. We can and will make it. So if you missed it last night,
Master Helmsman, systems station.
I'll give you guys a recap on what happened. Okay, so what happened last night in the prologue, we arrived aboard this ship, and we are the heir to a rogue trader, which is kind of hard to explain. Basically, they have permission from the God Emperor to have this vast I don't know, God, they're kind of complicated. Basically, they have a big ship. They do a lot of trading in the outskirts of the Empire. They've got the God Emperor's approval. They've got armies. They got a big ship. And we're like the heir to the lady in charge. Her name, like Theodora von Valancius, and we're the heir, Valtrya von Valancius. And we arrive aboard this ship because she wants us to prove ourselves that we're worthy of, like, you know, inheriting her title. And there's other people on the ship that are other heirs that are also trying to prove themselves. And we're traveling through the warp, which, if you know anything about Warhammer, is pretty. It's how you do it's how you do faster than light travels, where you basically your ship goes from the reality, from like a materium, like what is the reality, into the immaterium, which is this like hellish nightmare expanse that exists on top of ours. Like they exist next to each other. Basically, you travel through that to get to the other side, and then you leave the warp. But it's super risky, it's super dangerous, and while we were traveling through the warp, the ship had one of the other heirs, I think, was he an heir, or he was another guy in service to Theodora. He staged a mutiny, and the ship is being, like, people inside the ship are trying to destroy and take over the ship. And we're trying to stop the mutiny, but Theodora's already dead, and the other heir is already dead. So it's just us. And we're trying to save the ship.
Boy, the Emperor. It's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
He was just related. The other heir was the guy who turned in the warp unit. Yeah. This looks confusing. It's probably a lot to take in when you don't know the game, but it's pretty simple going on. We just have the guy who's talking is right here. There's a lot of dialogue in this game. And then these are my options for what I can reply with. And if I get out of the way so you can see, I input my artwork of my character, Valtrya. It's a Hell Knight, because that's my VTuber lore before I became Puppy Dog. So I imported her art, and that's what you're seeing here. Maybe I can make myself a little bit further off to the side so I'm not blocking as much of the dialogue. There we go. Hi, Edward! Ruff, 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 bumpin'! Ruff, we're barking. Ruff, ruff, ruff. We need to reestablish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. It is our only chance of escaping the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stoop, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. What? Jesus Christ. Just get back in line, soldier.
Restore the Fox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You
but yeah,
may call me superstitious.
We're trying to get out of the warp right now.
A good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, mistress. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. And please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Why are you talking so slowly then? Alright, I'm ready. Let's go. I won't waste any more time. And if you're unfamiliar with the Warhammer 40k universe, this is like a Grimdark universe where everybody is fighting. It's just constantly war. There's a whole bunch of different factions that are all constantly fighting. And it takes place in, 40, like in the year, 40,000 years. So it's like 38,000 years into the future from where we are now. Image before you is hazy, swaying in a sorceress. Sorry. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, and the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
Sounds like nothing has changed. Okay, no. Things have definitely changed. I will read the blue text. Things have definitely changed. Humanity is, for the most part, all on one side. But we have conquered millions of planets. We have one leader who's called the God Emperor. That a lot of the factions, a lot of the human factions all listen to him. Some of them don't. And there's like the Chaos Group and stuff like that. But there's the God Emperor who basically directs everything. And he's been alive for, I don't know, thousands of years. I don't remember his lore. I am also kind of beginner to the 40k universe, so forgive me if I get things wrong. Cake knows more than I do, at least. But there's other factions, like there's an orc faction, there's dwarves, there's the demons, which are... aren't the demons from the warp? I might be wrong about that. You know nothing, okay. But basically, I think she's being controlled by a demon right now. Or at least the demon is pretending to be her. There's a lot of different factions. And we're just... But they're not like a bunch of different human factions. There are different human factions, but there's mainly the humans. Then there's orcs, dwarves, demons, elves. There's all sorts of things. It's like, imagine if you took, the fantasy races and then just turned them into super futuristic spacefaring races that all have crazy technology and do crazy shit. Okay, and anytime there's a blue text like this, it means that I made a decision earlier in the game that is forcing this outcome. And there was a point in the game where I had to make a decision between either rushing through the fire to get to the point I needed to get to early, or saving the people that I was with and backing away from the fire, or accepting the demon as the demon's offer and getting power instead of taking pain from the fire. So I had 3 options, and I chose the iconoclast, which is the saving your allies and leaving, instead of either becoming a dogmatic follower of the Emperor, God Emperor, and becoming a demon worshipper. A heretic. Actually, they're called Eldari. The elves are called Eldari. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, so... Because I opposed destiny itself when I chose to leave the people away from the fiery trap. And I failed to rendezvous with the other... Adelthrad was the other heir, and because I made that choice, I failed to meet up with him in time, and that's partially why he died. It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices that are a myriad of manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. At one point, I was shot with a corrupted weapon, and psychic forces were controlling my mind in the prologue. And that's what this is. Because that happened, you realize all these voices are a myriad manifestations, the same call that had finally invaded your mind. You are to blame for Theodora's death. I am saving my people. Do your worst. You cannot stop me. Be gone, Phantom. What do you want with me? I'm saving my people. Do your worst. You cannot stop me. I have a feeling that, they could probably stop me if they tried hard enough. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it. I'll do that one. I'm saving my people. Do your worst. You cannot stop me.
Lead them, mortal. Guide them. Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained.
And Cake hates that I chose the iconoclast option. Cake hates that I chose the iconoclast option. Honestly, I feel like Warhammer can't... I'm not trying to douse on your idea. I feel like Warhammer is really hard to appreciate in 40k because everything is so big. And you'd miss out on seeing so many of how big everything is. Like the ship we're on, by the way, the spaceship we're on is it's 6 kilometers long or something like that. And it's a kilometer tall. It's massive. It's basically a city. It's a flying city in space. There's 26,000 people on board the ship. I picked the nerd one. I did. I picked the nerd one. My moral compass got to me and I wanted to save the people I was with.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World. I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your head begins to spin and vicious drops slither down your cheeks. You blink. You are no longer looking at Theodora. It is the traitor Vtubers, just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The same terrifying voice seethes from his lips.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
So, yeah, like Cake is saying, the scale is insane. Like, there's giant elevators taking people through the floors because it's just like they'd be impossible to climb, you know, all the way out from one floor to the other. Yeah, the scale of everything is huge. There's also what are called hive cities on a lot of the human planets, which is like cities that have been like stacked on top of each other for so long, and there's so many different layers, built upon layer, built on layer, built upon layer, that like the cities are tall enough to like reach out of the planet's atmosphere. They're these giant monstrosities where millions and millions and millions of people live. It's very crazy. And like there's planets that are the entire planet has been turned into one giant forge that just makes war machines and stuff like that. It's crazy.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
A cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage, you see a twisted image of Abelard, the loyal seneschal of the dynasty.
Seneschal? The Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
Do we make it out?
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision.
Yes! Yes! Give me the title! I won't shy away from it.
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius
Yes!
is her heir, the rightful inheritor
I'll be like
of the
flexing.
Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live. The deed is done, mistress.
Oh, thank you. I'll see. Thank you. I keep forgetting to fix that. My bad. Thank you.
My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
We did it! Woo, 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 woo! We lived! We made it out of the warp, guys! We didn't die!
The Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members.
This art is really nice. This looks really cool. It's a really unique style. I love it. It feels like paper. Like it's just like it's like a.
For the second second in line to the rogue trader dynasty survived.
It's kind of like Paper Mario. It's like a mix between 2D and 3D.
Her resolve saved those who were counting on her for protection.
That's the ship, by the way. It's like 6 kilometers long. It's huge. Fucking sick. Bum 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 bum. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face. Though the old officer's eyes are keen, they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your ladyship. Cargo management. Open the cargo management screen to learn more about the cargo on your flagship, the amount, the types, and the percentage of cargo being filled up. On the cargo tab, you can see details about the items packed in each cargo slot. If you need to use an item that is already packed, move that item back to your inventory. Cargo is needed when trading with merchants. You will meet them soon. Got it. You cannot help but notice that the seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You're... God. So, is there a way to avoid being shot by that pistol? Because I feel like I was railroaded into that decision earlier. Or is this just like, this is the consequences from that happening? It's not saying that I made a bad decision and therefore I got shot by that weapon. Because I didn't really have many options of making decisions at that point. It was kind of just like, yeah, I want to know. Can I avoid getting shot? I'm not going to go back and redo it. I'm just curious. Don't tell me what happens because I got shot. You always get attacked. Okay. But there's a way to avoid getting corrupted somehow? That I made a decision that led to me being corrupted? Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Interesting. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in the new role as Lord Captain. Oh, it's no longer voice acted. Oh. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in the new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over their leaderless crews. How do we come to lose so many officers? What is the agenda for this meeting? You most spoke. Surely I'm the lady captain, am I not? I don't think that matters. I don't care about that. You have succeeded in tracking down Vtubers. But, Abelard, there's an alternate, more pressing problem. I do not wish to be the rogue trader. That's not true. I'm ready to start the briefing. Some of the officers. Okay. What is the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your ladyship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Cargo management isn't that bad. Gotcha. It did seem like most of it was automated, as in like when you bring things onto your ship, or like when you send things to the cargo, it just automatically gets started. Hi, cat! Ruff, 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 ruff. Hi, baby! Ruff, 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 ruff. How you doing? Hello, hello! Ruff, 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 ruff. Hello, hello! How have you succeeded in tracking down Vtubers? Abelard grits his teeth. No, Lord Captain. He didn't know the commotion in his trailer went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him, and any mutineers who may be still skulking in the ship in many quarters. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are no one shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. How do we lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising, given that their informant on board was our master of whispers. Makes sense. Okay, I'm ready for the briefing. Summon the officers. Only management is making sure something isn't randomly like 120%. Yeah, that seems pretty easy.
How you doing, Kat? It's good to see you.
Ruff. The way you say hi reminded me of that my lack of a tail to wag. Oh no! I'm sorry, we gotta get you a tail. Ruff. Ruff, ruff. My fiance and I have been talking. I have a tail, right, that I can clip on, but we've been looking at other tails that have like the mechanical parts that like you attach it via a harness, but then it's controlled via a remote controller, and you can make it do different things. Like you can make it wag, or you can make it like sit still, or you can change the movements and stuff, and it's really cute. And I want one of those so bad. And they have a whole bunch of different types. They've got like little Shiba Inu tails that are like the curled up ones, or they have long ones like bigger dogs and stuff. It's so cute. The Waspies, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Thank you. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. Thank you, Waspies. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you for the 1,000 biddies. That should be 52. Thank you. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Thank you. Waspies. Nobody has taken me up on this yet, except for Cheeky. You donated $10. Would you like to have your name written on either my arm or my tummy? You don't have to take that if you don't want it, but if you want it, it's yours. It's not the same. I wiggle my body, but without a tail, it sucks. It does. It does. You wiggle your butt and nothing happens. It's so sad. So sad. Where's the tail? Where's the fluffy butt? Where's the fluffy tail? It's so sad. Oh, the Balthazar's out back. By the way, I gotta let me turn on the cat cam again. Cat cam. I'm about to zoom in. Look at him. Look at that precious little man. Look at the sleepy baby boy. He's so sleepy. He's so sleepy and so tiny. Put this here. Such a baby boy. Oh, he's so sleepy. Tummy. I want to use it as a headrest all I gave. Okay, Waspies. I'll write your name on my tummy. You won't be able to see it right now because I'm not doing face cam, but I'm going to be doing face cam later because we reached the goal where I have to dye my hair black. So I'm going to have to... We're going to take an extended, like, dinner break where I'm going to go make dinner and eat it, and then I'll dye my hair black, and I'll come back. And it'll probably be like a half hour, 45-minute break. But when we come back, I'll have black hair. And Waspies, I'll write your name on my tummy. I'm trying to think where I want to put it. I gotta also write upside down, so it's readable. I'm so focused on this right now. Every time I breathe as well, my stomach moves and it's making it harder. Okay. Waspies, your name is on my stomach. There you go. Congratulations. Yeah, Cheeky's on my left foot. Is it still there? Yeah, it's a little worn off, but he's still there. Puppy tum-tum. And a puppy tum-tum. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you. The expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers! You've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Valtrya von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard. God, I could just be a smug ass bitch. I haven't had the time to listen to every officer on this hulking rig. Abelard, give me a precise. What are the major problems with needs to be done? I'm gonna be a little bit more. I'm gonna be a little bit nicer. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard, so that I would know them. I would know my captains in my ship. As you wish, your ladyship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Suri Ota from the Autumnland line, our new Vox Master. Vox Master Vigdis. It is an honor to serve your ladyship. The Vox Master offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I'm responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and your mouth, Captain. She has wire hair, she does. And she has a box over her mouth. Well, she probably sounds like a robot, but I don't know how I would make that sound. Abelard, beside her is Ravel, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or pirate trap. Oh, Adename, thank you for the raid! Oh, you're playing Darktide? From one Warhammer 40k game to another. Hello. Hi. Welcome in, raiders. Ruff, ruff. Hello. Hi, duh. How are you? Hello. Hi, Adename. Hello. Ruff, ruff. How is Darktide? Excuse me. Ruff, ruff, more like woof, 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 woof. Welcome in. Thank you for bringing your community over. If any of you guys are new here, I'm Valtrya the Brimstone Angel. We're celebrating the pupathon. We're doing a subathon to help me raise money so that I can move to the UK to live with my fiance. DT was good playing the new Arbits. Arbits? What's that? The new AR bits? Is that a new gun? Or new... I don't know what that is. I've played a little bit of Darktide, but I played it when it first came out and I've not touched it since. Their class. Ooh. I know they made a lot of changes. They get a puppy? I need to play Darktide again. They get a puppy! Ruff, ruff. I want a puppy. I want a puppy. I want a puppy. Do it. I will have to play it to somebody. Hi, Geddon! Hello! Cyber Pupper. Cyber Puppin. You can put Tesla grenades on them, which can explode on command. That's sick. You can get a dog in the DLC for this game. Okay, I need a doggy. I need doggy. I need a puppin. I need a pet puppin. Maybe I'll have to play. And I'll have to find some people to play with. Because Darktide's what, up to 4 people? I'll be looking for people to play with then. If anybody is also a streamer and likes... Oh, I'm a good puppy! I'm a good puppy, that's me! Ruff, 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 that's me, I'm a good puppy! I'm a good puppin! Ruff. Yeah, you want to play, Geddon? You want to play some Darktide with me? I'm so down. I'm so down. And Ariname, if you want to play as well, since you're the one who brought the game up, I'd love to. And Podge has it? Okay. We have to sort that. We have to sort when we can play it. Because I want to play that with you. Oh, TT has a pet mastiff command too. Ooh. Yes, you got options. I want to play with you! No front tail! Get the front tail out of you weirdos! Sounds like we have a team. Yes! Yes. Okay. Before I forget, I'm literally gonna do this now. Podge. Get in. And then I'm not friends with you on Discord, Arinami, so you need to send me your stuff. You send me your stuff. We need to be friends. What? Future collaboration. I want to do this. I want to play. There we go. I'll see if we can find a time that works for all three of us. Or four of us.
Kiko! Hi, Kiko! Hi, Pippi! Hi, Kiko! It's a Kabitten! It's a Kabitten! Hello, hello!
Araname, just send me your availability for like the next week, okay? Or the week after. Whatever works for you. And we'll have to find a time to make it work. And even if we don't all play together or all times don't work out, I want to play with each of you. So we'll figure it out. We'll find a way to sort it.
It's a Kiko Kabitten! Hello!
What'd this do? Outfit switch, that's what it do. That's what it do. She is the Kabitten. How have you been, baby? How have you been?
Hello. Hello.
One sec, I'm just doing some messages in Discord.
Mustache!
You look good in black. It's true. Thank you. In fact, Kiko, I'm gonna be dyeing my hair black later today. I'm gonna be taking an extended dinner break around probably like 4 or 5 p.m. and I'll be gone for like half an hour, 45 minutes. And when I come back and I have black hair, because we reached that goal, I'll be dyeing my hair black, and I'll bring back the face cam so you guys can see it. Wait, legit. Beside her is Ravel. Sorry, I'm gonna get back into the voice of the game. I got a little distracted there. But thank you everybody for the raid, Araname. Thank you for the hello. Hi Kika. Hi Dogeddon. I can't wait to play Dark Tide with you guys. I'm Black Puppy. Well, I mean I can be a Black Puppy whenever I want. It's just a matter of whether or not I'm black haired IRL. Beside her is Ravel, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with a pale, most transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face, giving a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me. The rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. You gonna lurk for a bit? Yeah, absolutely. Take a lurk. Do whatever you gotta do. You just finished stream. Do whatever you gotta do, okay? No pressure. Covered in Nurgle's filth after that run. Hi-la! Yeah, me-side is done. We got all 3 endings for me-side, so we've completed that. We've gotten all the different endings. Hola! Hola, Brimstone brother! What is your name? Instead of Valtrya, it's Valentin. I'm just Valentin. And lastly, our High Factorum. You can just call me Val though. Just call me Val. It's short for a male name. Wait, what is in? Is it Victor, the name of the male V in Cyberpunk 2077? Because like the female V is short for Valentine. And the male's V's name, is it short for Victor? I can't remember. Gotta get some of those early 2000 baggy pants with the chains on the side. Me having those? Never. I would never have those. Vincent. There we go. That makes sense. Three-Toed Trish is the name. My name is Three-Toed Trish. Do I have 3 toes or do I have 3 toads? Galentin. What? Victor was the guy who does your cyberware in the beginning. FemV is Valerie. Mask V is Vincent. Gotcha. You guys heard that they started pre-development on the Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, right? They're already working on the pre-development. That means that they've already sorted the storyline. They've already know what the game's gonna be. They're just now working on assets and everything like that. I mean, we still probably have like 3 or 4 years minimum before we get the game, but it's happening. And anime, yeah, we're getting a sequel to the anime, to Edgerunners. And lastly, our High Factorum Janus Denrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Well, it is an honor, your ladyship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. He just gives me that kind of voice. That's what I see. That's what I pick when I see his face. I would be excited, but there's no Rebecca, so what's the point? I mean, there's Lucy, maybe. Maybe Lucy will be in it. Who knows? Or it'll be just a whole new group. What the hell? Getting lied to me! Podge doesn't have the game. High Factorum Death Stalker. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery on board, the Infernus Master, whose crew works to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly, the Drives Master, servant to the Omnisire. The pre-dev is the point where you think they know what the story's gonna do. Mid-dev is where they actually know. Okay, whatever it is, they're still working on. They're both, Kiko, both. They're both working on the game, and they're also working on the anime. 2 different groups are making. There's a sequel to the anime, and they're currently working on the game. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests' mechadendrites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. I wish to hear the Infernus Master's report. Heinrich Montag. Yes, your captain. A tall man bows his head in deference. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material losses and crew casualties, has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factorum. Abelard. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. High Factorum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your ladyship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the Tex Priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately, this number is not confirmed to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced. Oh, the filth. But it also includes trained professionals, unfortunately. You finished your sketch? Ooh, nice. I hope it's a whole new group. The Edgerunner story is done good, whereas especially with the tie-ins, the 2077 game. I agree. I do wish that there was more interactivity between the anime and the game. I do like that there are tie-ins, but I feel like it could have been stronger. It felt very much just like you find some graffiti on a wall, and then you get some phone calls and a jacket, and that was it. And I feel like it could have been more. felt like it could have been more. I hope that they do better tie-ins for the second season. We will be able to make up our losses in the nearest planet. Right, Captain Norris. However, the planet, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the Governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true giving Gallagher's Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. The kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Drives Master, I will hear from you now. A tall, distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the tech priest's scarlet hood. The Lord, the foes that set upon this noble fortress. How do I do it like a Vox sounding?
The Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble flight ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great war bench entrusted into my charge is unharmed. Think the Omnisire, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger.
They talk more like monotone, but it sounds like it comes through. It says it comes through the Vox retranslator. No, slight robotic. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do slight robotic. I don't know. Did that come across? Did that sound slightly robotic? One sec. I need to move my AC. It is too warm. I'll move this closer. See Cat better. There we go. This 30 years of smoking me like like I don't know how to make it sound robotic. I don't have a I don't have any like voice changers or anything. I've always been too stupid to figure those out and set them up.
With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engineer Prime, Overseer, and Spiritual Authority of all tech priests on board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him, a most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible.
Is that better? Was that more monotone? Would someone care to translate the esteemed Drive Master's words? I will just say, I see. Thank you. I kind of understood that. The void ship requires new engines here, who may be found somewhere in the system. Zira Teller. The tech grease bows her head. Excuse me. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report.
Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without our Engineer Prime and Navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkheads.
Ah, God. Vel, I am a truther. I resolved of so-called Darkwood Life. He's been absolved. You want to kiss the cat on the head? Yeah, I'll kiss him on the head for you. Kiss him on the head for you. As your reward for being honest. Kiss. There you go. Should have been me, dog. We know I got a clip. I know it's great. So Podge, by the way, for those who don't understand what happened, basically I made a Discord group between Geddon, Podge, and myself, and I was like, I want to play Darktide with you, and Podge was like, I don't even have that game. I mean, I'd love to play it, but I don't have it. And Geddon went ahead and was very resolute. And Podge realized that she was wrong, and she actually had the game. And he came back to absolve himself, or prove that he was absolved of all lies. He did not lie. I love Voids. Me too. I love him so much. He's my baby boy. He's my baby boy. He's no fibber. He's done good. You've done good. You've been a good boy, Geddon. You didn't lie. Thank you for telling the truth. Thank you. I can't wait to play with you. Master helps Rafa, right? Oh, I think I already read that one. Foxmaster Vigdis. I think she's also... Is she not also speaking through a box? Or maybe it's not. And maybe I can hear her voice clearly. Your ladyship, if you would allow me to interject. When we arrived in this system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a court account of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was Navis Nobilite Station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. True blessings from the God Emperor. Ooh, a sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull as if a response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the daemon that appeared before you during their translation to replace echo in your mind. Real space echo in your mind. A promise of help has extended to you by the nightmarish demonic entity that spoke to you on the bridge during the ship's translation to the warp. What the fuck? I feel like it's lying to me. I feel like the corruption's like, no, that wasn't the God Emperor. It was me. I did that. I did that. You should be thanking the demons, not the God Emperor. Ugh, spooky. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation.
If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands. Or else you'll soon be eyeing asteroids to use as your new residence. And slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Promethium and supplies last. As if any thick as Grok's shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. So don't you worry on that score. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? Ashar Nithalamo? This is someone we haven't talked to yet. Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. Just to ask anyone, we've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. What the hell? I'm the Lord Captain! Fuck you, asshole! Execution. Execute him. This disrespect! So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It's as if the dam has burst inside and all his pent-up emotions come rushing out. The ship is in ruins. Every second officer's dead, and now we got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us out of us to the void knows where. So, minor spoiler, his response is based on your origin. Wow! Spoilers! Which Kato, Val, or Bal? I want to kiss Kato on the head. That's true. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure he meant Kato, the void boy. The void mans. Little void baby mans. Who's sleeping. He's having a good napping. The bridge's magnificent blast panes seem to tremble under the force of Ebelard's roar. Enforcers! Seize this mutineer! Abelard grunts. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your ladyship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. Would that you have us do with the Master of Ordnance. The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides, find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. If you pick the War Hero origin, he is really respectful to you. That makes sense. Wait, I thought that's what I chose. What did I choose instead? I must have chosen something. I forgot what I chose. Iconoclast. Stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness. Not after the temple attack when they're dogmatics. Execute him. Experienced masters of ordnance are far and few
For that reason, he may remain in post. I leave his punishment at your discretion, Abelard. You are a psyker. That's right, I'm a psyker. How you doing? Hi, Garo.
It has been a while. Hello, hello. Ruff, ruff. Welcome in.
I honestly... I feel like I want to lean into the dogmatic a little bit. I don't want to be 100% iconoclast. And I think that it is, as being the new... as being the new rogue trader, the new Lord Captain, it is my duty to be responsible for this, and I can't constantly push responsibility off to Abelard, because that would make me look unfit for the role. I need to be taking responsibility and making this decision, and I can't. I mean, sure, I could show weakness right now, and I could let him live and just be like nice to him, but now is not the time. We're not currently in the same shithole we were when the warp. I would have allowed it then, but I will not allow it now. Execute him! Consider it done. Take him away. To the death! There you go, Cake. Dogmatic isn't bad, Val. It's the good guy choice. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's so good. I'm sure it's so honest and honorable. The brittle laughter of the Master of Ordnance reverberates around the bridge as he is led to his fate. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members, and we require a new engineer and navigator. Is that all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Abelard, precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that it will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at a Footfall station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first resolving these three immediate problems. What can you tell about the system in which we currently find ourselves? Yep. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? Abelard, I cede to the Vox Master on this point. Mistress Tullyman. Excuse me. Yeah, there are no good guys in Warhammer. There's just people trying to survive. This is what I've heard. Is that, like, everyone is trying to win. There is no good guys. Everyone is killing each other. The Imperium are the good guys. No. No. No, they are not. In a very skewed morality, if good just means fighting for your own people's survival at any cost, then yeah. Yeah, sure, you're the good guys. Voxmaster Vitigus. We are the right card star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your ladyship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messengers have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and Reichad Manoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted its signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. That sounds like heresy. Cheeky! Oh my god, Cheeky! Another 25, you're crazy! Cheeky! Oh my god! Another 25 subs, you're crazy! No way! Thank you, Cheeky! Thank you! Oh my god, what the hell? Puts us to 77? Holy shit. That means we've reached the next one. What is it? I don't even remember. That puts us, what, 277? Which means chat picks a horror game. Ooh. Maybe we'll play that tonight. Okay, you guys need to... We need to start coming up with ideas for the horror game. I can start writing them down if you guys would like. If you guys have any horror games that you are interested in me playing, you guys will be getting to choose. Christ, thank you for 3 more. Oh my god. Thank you for 3 gifted subs. It's so sweet of you. Thank you, Crush. Let's make it even. Let's make it even. God, it's gotta... It's frustrating for those with ADHD. Well, technically, it'll still be 280.2. Hopefully, that's even enough for you. If you really wanted to make it even, you'd have to donate $4 and that'd be 281, and then you'd need another 4. So it'd be $4 and sorry, it'd be 4 subs and $4 to make it 285. That's what the even you wanted. Games, yeah, Resi 4. Okay, Resi 4 is an option for horror games. I'm writing down a list of horror games that you guys are interested in me potentially playing. Please feel free to shout them out. Resi 4. Anything else? I know people had a bunch of ideas yesterday when we were talking about it, or though it was the first day, Friday night. Wasn't there like, Amnesia? Yeah, Amnesia was one of them. It was one of the options. Are there any other games? I know that there was like several ideas were thrown out, but I don't remember right now off the top of my head. Alien? We already played Alien Isolation. Osvies! Oh my god. Thank you! Oh my god, for another 10. Thank you! Holy shit, thank you, thank you. You guys are crazy. You're crazy, thank you! 10 more gifted subs! Outlast was said last night? Yeah, Outlast, okay. Thank you, that's crazy. Thank you for another 10. Thank you, thank you. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Okay, Insomnia. Thank you, everybody. That's so sweet of you. Cheeky, thank you for the 25. Crush, thank you for the 3. Waspies, thank you for the 10. Thank you. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Holy shit, we're almost to the next one too. Holy shit. What is the one after this? The one after this is finally set up TTS for Char. Oh my god, that would take a second, but I'll have to do that as well if we get to 300. That would also be part of probably the break. I would probably just do that at the same time where I'd set up Char, I'd eat dinner, and I would do my hair. I'd probably actually just stop stream for that time because it'll take me a few hours, like at least an hour. And then we'll come back with stream later after that. And we'll do a horror game. Okay. Keep thinking of horror games that you guys would like to see. And or you can add them to the list at any time. And then we'll do like a poll or something after that. Tonight before we start, and I'll buy the game and stuff like that and download it. Thank you for your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Pedro, 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 Pedro. Thank you! Thank you for all the subs, everybody. That's so sweet of you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you. My stems. My stems. Oh no, you're going to be listening to that song on repeat now forever and ever. It's just going to follow you. The stem cycle. You can never escape it. It's a loop. Baby! Thank you for the tier 3! Oh my god, baby, thank you! Does that one count as 5? Was that 5? I think that counts as 5, right? Because a tier 3 is $25. Thank you, baby. Oh, I'm a good puppy. I'm a good puppy. Thank you, baby. Thank you for the tier 3. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Love you. Here, I will give a kiss to the sun for you. Thank you for the tier 3. We'll kiss the baby boy. Hey, don't come the door. Hey, go. A kiss to the sun. The little pawsies. He's so cute. He's such a good boy. He's so precious. And he goes back to sleep.
He's so cute. I love him so much. Thank you, baby. Thank you for the 2 free.
If you were probably not here because you were out with your buds at the pub, right, baby? But we're at 295, which means that later today I'm gonna be taking an extended dinner break, and I'm gonna be dyeing my hair black. So soon you will have a black-haired puppy wife. Just got home. Nice. Hope you had a good time. Black hair, yeah. Abelard, your ladyship, there is one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora. Abelard hesitates. You eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Cronus Expanse. I would be honored to fill the Inquisitor's commission. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. Is that so? And what is the task in which you trusted? I came across a strange letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. Are you referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Yes, quite right. XC, Xavier Calcazar. What a name. Next time, green hair? No. No, I don't think I'll ever dye my hair green. I've dyed it red, I've dyed it blue, I've dyed it like a really dark red, like a natural dark red. I've bleached it and I've dyed it gray before. Like silvery gray. But probably never green. I've just found that I don't like my hair being unnatural colors. Unless I was doing something like pearlescent or something like that. Like, or like not pearlescent, but like pastels. Pastels, I would do pastel colors maybe. Like a pastel blue and red and something like that and purples. You want to dye your beard green? Do it, bro. Do it. You'd have to bleach it first, though. Exus Christ. Sounds like a Cino's name. Burn him! Burn him at the stake! Burn the heretic. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Hendrix von Calox. I thought it was Calcox. Calox. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, and we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed. But the Inquisitor is a more important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the governor of Rykard Minoris, may know something. Also just realized, it's 51 months for us, baby? That's what? 4 years and 3 months? That you've been subbed to me? That's crazy. It's been so long.
So long, baby.
That's a long time. That means in 9 months you'll have been subbed to me for 5 whole years. Crazy. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with the followage thing. I've logged into and out of Steam Elements already today, so I don't know why it's being like that. Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. We got a new hype chest. Ooh, cute. Cute. We got new emote chat. New hype emote. Argenta. The Sister of Battler gridly nods toward Deer. The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Adira's glazed eyes rove over those assembled. One word burst from her lips. Daybreak! Bring this witch to heel. If there is nothing else to report of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. What does daybreak mean? It's obviously has some importance. Why is she saying daybreak? What's the game like? How's it play? How's it play? It plays like BG3, baby. Click 1 to 3 to learn more. Wow. Okay. Thanks. It's Warhammer 40k, but like playing like BG3. It's like turn-based combat, turn-based RPG, and you have abilities and stuff like that you can do in combat, and it's good. It's a lot of reading though. It's a lot of dialogue. Damn it! Adira presses her fingers to the temples in desperation. Your ladyship. There's the thing. Here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell, but if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? Is there an Asterion-type character asking for a friend? Yeah, Cake, do you know of any tall, sassy, pale twinks? But kind of like Act 3.54ish. Sorry, baby, you're gonna have to wait a little while. We're still barely making it out of the prologue. We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Tlass? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make any sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? Lord Captain, you want me to take a closer look into the future. Find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by the Whisperers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. Psyker's bitten lips stretched in a wry smile. If there's anything else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It is time to get to work. There is multiplayer for this game, baby. What the fuck? I'm not doing a good guy nerd playthrough. What the hell? Oh. Can I get in the chair? No? Okay. Oh my god. Wow, boo! Baby, don't listen to her! Don't listen to her! She's full of it. All she cares about is me being a dogmatic God Emperor follower, okay? That's all she cares about. Don't listen to Cake. Is Cult of the Lamb considered horror for the choose horror game? I've already played Cult of the Lamb though, so I'm gonna nix games from the list that I've already played, unless we're doing something different, like I'm doing the 2-player version of it. Iconoclast, super duper nerd. Basically, I have a moral compass, and therefore I'm a nerd. Cake is biased, yeah, exactly. If that gets me on to the 40k Asterion, I'm okay with it. See, although Cake, my fiance is gonna be quite literally on your side, because his favorite playthrough of BG3 is the what is it called? Like where you have the evil voices in your head that makes you kill people. That's his favorite playthrough. Dark Urge, yeah, he loves Dark Urge. The best playthrough. See, you two would get along so well. My fiance is very, very much like you. A thin, pale woman stands out amongst the rest of the crew. There's a thick bundle of cables coming from the back of her skull and disappearing under her ceremonial garment. As you see, the grate of a quietly humming vox where her mouth should be, the woman sees you and bows her head in a respectful greeting. How may I serve you, Lord Captain? What are the Vox Master's duty? I already know that. I already asked her. She takes care of all the dialogue everywhere. My favorite part of BG3 is kicking the squirrel. You're evil. You people are evil. You're just straight evil. Your appearance is unique. You are Void Point, are you not? My appearance comes from my heritage, generation after generation of people who spent their entire lives in the depths of this void ship. Neither we nor our ancestors have ever left our home, but the same can be said about many denizens of the Imperial's million worlds. We are used to the silence of the cosmos and the voices of the ship. There are thousands of us, but we dwell far from the Lord Captain's upper decks and remain unseen. We are the Voidborn. That is so cool. People have spent their entire lives living on this, like, flying spaceship. It's huge. It's like the size of a city. So it makes sense. But there's just people who have never left it. That's crazy. They've just born and die their whole lives on a giant spaceship floating through space. Tell me about the lives of the Voidborn in my crew. Void rats? Oh my god. To us, the groans, creaks, and murmurs of the ship sound the way babbling brooks and singing birds do to world dwellers. We hear the ship breathe, know what it is feeling and thinking. We are part of the ship just like it is part of us. We perform numerous functions, and there are many officers among our number. Some maintain order and prevent mutiny, others serve as shepherds and support the crew, and some devote themselves to mending the body and spirit of the vessel. Feel free to call them that. That is an insult in this game. Oh my god. I feel like I am just this, like, I am this innocent little baby lamb who can't do wrong by anybody in a video game, and my entire chat is just filled with people that are telling me to, like, I just have, like, my chat is the evil demon on my shoulder, constantly telling me to make all the wrong decisions. Like, kill him! Murder him! Call him bad names!
Thank you for the headphones! Thank you!
Most of the Voidborn are members of a large void ship dynasties that bear responsibility for a certain aspect of the ship's life. For 300 years, the main branch of the Ptolemon dynasty has produced the ship's Foxmasters. Most of our subordinates come from the cadet houses of the dynasty. You'll make the wrong decisions for me? Thank you, baby. Thank you. The good demon. Definitely still a demon, but the good demon. How do you find life on the ship? Excuse me. Life has been quite generous to me, Lord Captain. I am the Voxmaster, and only the best in Dynasty can become one. By virtue of the skills and position, no one has ever denied me anything. Our family claims a spacious section of its demesne. I also enjoy long walks through the narrow and dimly lit corridors of the ship, listening to the sounds of her activity, falling asleep and waking up to the chanting of hymns. And admiring the stars beyond, of course. Have you ever left the ship? Oh, I did once, and it was dreadful. It felt like the massive blue dome overhead could shatter at any moment and fall, and my bones would be crushed by the gravity. For Vigdis twitches her shoulders, trying to ward off the flood of memories. The ship is my home, Lord Captain, and I would not trade even for the bounty of 100 worlds. Call me Lucifer, because I'm a bad angel. We're not making a burp counter. We're not doing that. Just to say we're not making a sneeze or counter. How do others on the ship treat you? We look, speak, and move differently from the inhabitants of planetary worlds. For our way of life, traditions and quirks frighten these people, just like the darkness of the cosmos. Many believe us to be bringers of ill fortune, and alas, it is the Voidborn who get the blame for terrible warp phenomena during longer voyages. Vertigus hesitates before continuing. Several years ago, an unfortunate warp jump caused all the food on board to spoil. 15 days later, a hungry and furious crew nearly massacred everyone on the lower decks, blaming us for the misfortune and hoping to restock the largest with our flesh. I would have been killed during the mutiny had Adira Thlass not shown up in the right place at the right time. She came to my rescue, and the scoundrels' fear of her was even greater than their fear of the Voidborn. I see. Let us return to business. Yeah, hacking void rats, making stuff, warp stuff happen. Okay, stop feeding into it! Behave! The bark counter? Good god, that would be a lot of barking. That would be a very high bark counter. Oh, by the way, the time has now gone on long enough with all the subs. We're confirmed to go all the way into Tuesday, I think, because today is Sunday. We've got at least 12 hours for today, and we have at least 12 hours for tomorrow. So we're guaranteed to go into Tuesday by now. Connect me with the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of the crew. I mean, it's a 95% chance. Oh, the first thing I thought, because her name was red, my brain just immediately assumed, or like connected that with failure, and I was like, fuck! I got the 5% chance failure. The Voxmaster nods obediently and presses several switches of the device she is holding. It is done, Lord Captain. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear your voice roll throughout the ship. reaching even the normally quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear distant shouts of approval. Hell yeah. Tuesday, you have stuff to remember for that. Yep, I do. I've already talked about it. I know you were busy, baby, so I'm not saying this isn't like, wow, you missed it. I'm just saying, on the first day of the stream on Friday night, I already talked about it. How if we go into Tuesday, it'll be a little bit difficult because not only do I have a D&D session in the evening, I also have a meeting that I have to go to at 1 p.m. and it's like in the city, so I'll have to travel into the city, go to that meeting, do that stuff, and then come back. I already have the paperwork printed out and everything, baby, and it's all sitting in one pile ready to go. So it's just a matter of waiting for Tuesday and heading to the city and doing that. That will be all for now. I live to serve, Lord Captain.
Good puppers. Yeah, I'm a good puppy. Yay.
Yes, I'm the good puppy. Lord Captain. Lord Captain. That's right. I'm your Lord Captain. So many people to talk to. Abelard. Cronus Expanse map. Bridge officer, bridge officer. Let's talk to Abelard.
Lord Captain.
Oh! It's voiced! So I like when it's voiced. I mean, I like doing the voice acting myself, but it's easier when it's not, because they've got really good voice acting. Val, kill the heretics. Val, you should kill the heretics. You should kill them all. Live stream meeting? That would be, no, that would be awful. I don't think that the government agency would appreciate me bringing my live stream in there. The game is very nice quality. Let's talk about things that may be useful to me as a rogue trader.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Outline the situation in the Cronus Expanse for me. What do I need to know and keep in mind?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words, the Cronus Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels.
I see, okay. The only time the government would let you live stream a meeting is if you got isekai'd. Huh? I don't even think they'd allow that then.
Until recently, the Cronus Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Cronus Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse. And in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
Okay, Kate, you gotta explain that. You said that before, and I didn't respond because I was a little distracted at the time, but can you explain a little bit better? Because I don't know what you mean. Like, you say that it's, the DLC is, like, better in this, but I don't understand what is DLC, because I don't know what the base game looks like compared to the DLC, so I don't know what if I'm interacting with DLC right now or not. Not because the government would be a foreign land that has never had technology, but they wouldn't understand what you're playing. Oh, you mean as in, like, if I got isekai'd and somehow I isekai'd and kept all my streaming gear with me? Like, when I died, all the gear that I was carrying on me, I like, died while live streaming, and I was isekai'd into a world where I kept my gear with me. But then there wouldn't be any the infrastructure set up for it to work, because live streaming, like IRL streaming only works because you're sending that signal somewhere, right? So I would have nowhere, and it would not go anywhere. The signal would just be sent off into nothing. They integrate it into the main story, so like there's a different dialogue if you're DLC classes or origin in the main story dialogue. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. They use their phones, but that shouldn't have worked. What are the main players I need to be aware of in the Cronus Expanse?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
And in Pathfinder was like separate campaigns you played in. You couldn't use your character you made. Oh, that is a little sad.
If we are to speak of unclaimed
so like Furnace Fire
territory,
guy you talked
it
to
is what
earlier was not in
footfall
base
is.
game. Gotcha.
Among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission.
Chat, write this
Organized
down.
crime in
This
its
is
most
important.
primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna forget immediately. So, Fluffy Bumples, you are holding all the power amongst the lore. You're going to be the one I go to. You better have written this down. You better be taking notes because there's going to be a test, and the test is going to be me asking questions. The reason it worked out is because they weren't actually using Wi-Fi or data. They just used them mainly to save data for later. Believe the god of the realm, however, enchanted them so they could never run out of battery, maybe even later giving them internet access. That would be OP. In a fantasy world, having access to the internet and stuff like that. Well, see, it would be OP in some ways, but like if like using the internet to try and get information about the world that you got isekai'd into wouldn't work because the internet, right? Because like the internet would just be the internet of your old world, which wouldn't have info on this new world. So that'd be interesting. Kunrad, our previous master of whispers, what can you tell me about his betrayal? What do you think he'll do next?
You know,
Puppet Brain
Lord
is
Captain,
nothing.
I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery
Thank you for the
and
hydrate.
escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never
Posture
saw eye
check.
to eye. He was brash.
I scooted my
He
butt
was
back
never
1
afraid
inch.
of assuming
There.
responsibility.
I don't.
He willingly
I mean,
took
I
on
can.
difficult
I sometimes
tasks.
sit shrimp-like,
I am
but
loath to admit it, but
for the most part, I sit
Valtrya
upright.
Protectorate continues
Lee in
to
a box!
reap
Thank you for the
fruits of his
follow! Welcome
labours
to the
this day.
Puppins! Welcome
His
to the
service
Puppin
was
Pack!
done upon
Ruff, ruff!
respect.
Ruff,
But
ruff!
everything else about him made me want to
Ruff.
wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
Hey, if I was a Mantis Strip, I'd be using those boxing moves for good. I'd be making money in the boxing ring. Punching. Speed of sound. Don't worry, if I get isekai'd, I'll make sure to have my phone on me and beg the god of the realm to give me internet access so you can all get premium info about the new world. Perfect. You'll become the most popular streamer ever, probably. I've never in a bajillion playthroughs ever picked 3. Picked 3? Huh? This one right here? You've never picked that option? Is that what you're saying? Wah, 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 wah. And a stretch? Thank you, baby.
Hi, Lee in a box, hello!
You've never picked that discussion option?
As you wish, Lord Captain.
Oh, this one. You maybe call me by my first name if you wish. You've never... Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. I'd like to know more about my seneschal.
As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know?
Tell me about yourself. What were you before you became Theodore's seneschal?
I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No. Used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling. The essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium.
I am Rogue Trader and shall be addressed properly. I mean, I agree with that.
I met Lord Captain Theodora.
I agree with that.
Where the Imperial
I'm not ready to get chummy with these people just yet.
To the Rogue Trader's army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then, that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the Rogue Trader's personal council.
I personally feel like if in this situation where everything has gone to hell and we need like they need a strong leader to get out of the situation, getting chummy with my, you know, my close subordinates will not lead to a good thing just yet. Maybe in a more relaxed scenario.
It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer
there are rules
a
for a
chance to
reason,
serve the interests of
and
humanity
that respect is due.
Even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis.
Foul will date redacted,
You do not
redacted,
need me
redacted,
to
or
tell you just
redacted.
how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was.
So I've not met
I
any of the
recognized
people you
her
think
at
I would
once as
date?
a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the expanse.
And I'm assuming it's not. There's no polyamory in this game. It won't let me date more than one person. Do they not have polyamory in the far future? It's 40,000 years into the future. Why would they not have polyamory? I guess you've got to do your duty to the God Emperor and have a child. Leaving the Imperial Navy is far from easy. Why were you permitted to quit your post?
You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the Rogue Trader. To do so would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora. Well, the Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue.
Oh, hey baby, are you still here? Mac, are you still here?
The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing,
one sec, let me finish
or
this.
an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
So this goes for anybody who donated subs earlier, because I forgot to ask. But there was, we had, so baby, you subbed for tier 3. We had Waspies who gave 10. We had Crush who gave out 3, and Cheeky who gave out another 25. I don't want to forget. I keep forgetting. There's the personal rewards. So if any of you want to accept your personal rewards, tail, stay. If you want to accept your personal rewards by getting any of these rewards, baby, you did 25, so you could have your name written on my booba or anywhere else. So that's up to if you guys want your rewards, just let me know, and I will be happy to do that. There are like 5 to 6 romances you can pick from and can date them all, but at like Act 4 you have to pick one. I hate that! I hate that. I hate that. I hate when they force you to pick one. Why? Why can't I just have 2 girlfriends, huh? Why can't I have polyamory? Booba? Okay, baby. I'll write your name on my booba. Okay. You're already on the tummy, yes, but you did donate more than that, right? That was the second time you donated, what? Right, Waspies? So I have it said that it's not written, but the rule is that you will not, I'm not going to put your name on the same spot twice, but if you donated multiple times, you can accept a different spot to have your name written. Thighs? They are better. Okay, Crush wants his name on thighs. 1 second. I just realized I'm wearing pants. I'm going to have to find a way to do this. I mean, I don't have face cam on right now. Cheeky, technically, yes, you could be on all parts. Crush 3R66. And Cheeky, I will put you on my thigh as well while I'm at it. There you go. Is it permanent? It's permanent marker. It is a Sharpie. I'm using a big Sharpie. I want a username on your face like a tattoo. Sorry, face is not an option. You could just highlight the already written name with a different colored marker if they do more than one with that type. I don't have a different marker. All I've got, and I don't think dry erase works well on skin. Does it? Let me see. I guess dry erase marker does stay on skin. So I could like highlight your name on my foot, Cheeky, if you wanted. Dry erase works. I guess it does. One of the boyfriends being the Starion of this game. Oh, okay, okay. And then, so I think the only person who didn't say anything was Waspies. Waspies has their name on my tummy already. That's up to you. So we got some experience, which is nice. The way you talk about Theodora, I'm beginning to think you were in love with her. I feel like that's inappropriate to say. It's not my spot to dive into his relationship with my mother. Immediately after us escaping the warp like that. Do you have a family? Ah! My bad.
4. And if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11.
Whoops.
My family lives on
from the steppies. Revive me. Okay, Chica, I'll write your name over your old name, like the first time I wrote it. I'll refresh you. How about that? Does that count? I will rewrite your name again over the top of it. So you're refreshed in prime condition for more steppies. There you go. Thank you. I have no more questions.
Of course.
I must take my leave. Until next time, Seneschal.
Lord Captain.
Voidsman at Arms. To the Lord Captain's quarters. Bridge officers. They're probably all going to say the same thing. Bridge Technocrat. High Factorum Janus Dornreich. The corpulent man in lavish clothes bows before you, not without difficulty. The servo skull rolls over his shoulder, while the fingers on his augmented hand dram against the sheaf of papers he is holding, and he regards you with an attentive interest through the lens of his magnifying implant. Greetings, your ladyship. Janus Dornreich at your service. I want to know more about the people who buy our plunder. A map, it shows all the people to talk to. Oh, okay. I have to have some food and probably just go to sleep, sweetie. Hope you and everyone have a great stream.
Thank you, baby. I love you. Have a good night. Sleep well, okay? Sleep well. Mwah. Mwah.
Mwah. I'll give another kiss to the boy for you. How about that? Where's the Jasper? He's hiding in the pillow fort. He's sleeping in the pillow fort. I don't want to bother him. He's oh, there he is. He came out. He heard you were looking for him. Papa. Papa. Jasper. My baby boy. Jasper. You gonna hop in him in the lap? Coming up, puppy? You coming up, puppy? Yep, there he is. Hey, puppy. Jasper. Jasper. Goody boy. Oh, Balthazar's like, I want some of that. Come here. Hey, puppy boy. Hey, Bal. Oh my god, there's a big, fluffy, furry tail in my face right now. Of course, Lord Captain. Who interests you exactly? We most often deal with the followers of Saint Drusus, the Explorators, and the Kasbalika mission, or Emperor forgive us, the Fellowship of the Void. What did the fellows of Saint Drusus acquire from us? He's such a good boy. The cat cam is a little far away, otherwise I would grab it and bring it over here so you could see him. But I would have to get up from the chair, which would then put him on the floor. The Druskins still hope to bring the Coronis expanse into the warm embrace of the faith, just as their flock hopes to receive the aid of the Drusian mercenaries. Missionaries? Each crate of food, shipment of clothes, or box of medicine marked with your seals, sign the rogue trader herself believes in the sect's future success. Reverend Hieronymus? Reverend Hieronymus is the first among the Drusians, is most often seen in Footfall's grand atrium. A gloomy fellow, but some almost believe him to be a saint. You can hear the booty bops good. He's also leaving fur everywhere, including in my mouth as I'm trying to talk. Tell me about the Explorators. Oh my god. Jasper, your fur is everywhere. Good god. He's innocent. He's innocently dispositing his fur everywhere. Members of the Explorator Cognizance fleet, which have been roaming the Coronis expanse for a good while now. Omnissiah knows what they are hoping to find, but their acolytes regularly show up to up on inhabited worlds, seeking bits of sacred knowledge, tracking down mechanical relics, and sniffing out Xeno artifacts. If truth be told, supposedly they want to save their ignorant rabble from corruption. A tech priest named Opticon 22 does business with us on the fleet's behalf. He can be found at the docks on Footfall. I'm interested in the Kabbaliska mission. Masters of the cold trade and mortal criminals and notorious crooks to the last man. The mission is but one branch of this mafia gang that has taken root in the Calaxis sector. You can do business with them as long as you take necessary precautions. They are led by Vladim Tokara, who recently appointed himself the liege of Footfall. Of course, he is a trusted ally of rogue trader Winterscale. He will not refuse you, another of the Emperor's anointed. If you wish to talk to Vladim, look for him in the Liege's palace on Footfall. What is the Fellowship of the Void? Janus admits a laugh like gurgle. A pompous name, is it not? True, they are a gang of pirates who are forever squabbling over territory and loot. However, some of their little flotillas need supplies, or can take awkward cargo off our hands without asking questions. Of course, there is always a risk that these scoundrels will change their mind and attempt to board us instead. But so far as our macro cannons have managed to keep them in line. They say Riza Clavaria speaks on the Fellowship's behalf. The Adeptus Amacicus? The Adeptus Amacicus on Footfall is rumored to be her favorite haunt. I suggest we change subject. I wish to bolster my retinue with skilled fighters. Rest assured, there are people of the utmost standing talents among the thousands of your crew. I will contact overseers at once. Oh. So is this like a... Is this kind of like the... Is this somebody that would actually be an NPC that I can talk to and stuff, Cake? Or is this just similar to like BG3 where you can grab random people to be part of your party if you don't like the NPCs? You hire people instead of using the characters. But I don't want to hire her, right? Unless, because I'm gonna get characters anyways. Is that what you're saying? Am I understanding that correctly? Like, I only really hire her if I don't want to use the characters. It's like, okay, gotcha. Okay. Jocasta Sauerback is a very picture of discipline. Her uniform is exquisitely pressed, her armor is polished, and her posture is imposing and rigid. The only flaw in her immaculate appearance is the heavy enforcer's maul, which is worn and battered from frequent use. She salutes you with a practiced motion. Greetings, Lord Captain. You are wearing Imperial Navy armor. How did you come by it? I inherited it from the previous Master-at-Arms. Like the esteemed Seneschal, he left the Navy to serve Lady Theodora. He brought quite a few officers with him in an established tradition. Upon the death or resignation of an enforcer, his or her armor would be passed on to a fellow officer who would distinguish themselves in the course of their duties. I was awarded armor in this way in my time, and upon the death of my predecessor, I inherited his personal armor. I want to know what you think about the other officers. I do not trust them, but I do not trust anyone. Mistress Tolemon has too much power, and I will surely be tempted to start deciding for herself what information to share with the crew on your behalf, and what to withhold. Revor is closely intertwined with the ship's systems, which opens up plenty of opportunities for sabotage. He must be watched. As for Danrock, forgive me, but a man of his size and habits cannot help but steal. Okay, so she's she's just like, he's fat, he must be a thief. That's fucked up. But there's plenty of racism in this world and fucked up shit. What can you tell me about Abelard? The Seneschal is a model of competence and fidelity, and all the officers and enforcers look up to him with gratitude. Grimace of fierce devotion takes hold of Sarabok's face before she abruptly grits her teeth and continues. It is all the more distressing to see that the years have not been kind to the deeply respected Master Wersurian. Soon there will be no rejuvenant treatment that can save him from the mistakes inherited in such advanced age, but we are ever watchful, and we will be there to steady the trembling hand of the honored veteran if need be. How old is he then? How many times has he been rejuvenated? What is your opinion of me as Lord Captain? I do not doubt the astuteness of your decisions, but beyond that I am impressed with you. I have heard about the brutal punishments that you endured, Lord Captain. You lived through torture sometime in your distant past, yes. She looks away, but before she does, you notice a strange spark in her eyes. Your tenacity deserves admiration. Ooh, awareness test succeeded. There's fire in the black depths of her gaze. If she could, she would devour you whole with her sidelong glances. What does that mean? She flirting? I seem to be detecting more than mere admiration. Then what about... she stares at your neck, right at the scar peeking from under your collar. Her pupils dilate and she licks her lips involuntarily. Thinking about what you have suffered leaves me trembling. So she's very much into sadism or masochism. Maybe both. In my chambers in 5 minutes, that is an order. Holy shit, what the fuck? What? Oh my god, because I took that option, now I'm forced to either give her approval or reject her. Oh my god. I may have bit off more than I meant to. I don't want to. I don't know. I think it's a little too early. It's a little too early. It's a little too early for that. It's literally, I'm like less than a day into my role. I should not be immediately sleeping with my subordinates. How did you come to serve on my flagship? I come from the noble Sauerback family of the capital world of Dargones. I dare say that our house is renowned for its loyalty and strict adherence to the law, and the members of my family have been your faithful enforcers for centuries. I'm honored to be the 6th Master-at-Arms named Sauerback to serve this ship. Why are you here instead of basking in luxury on Dargones? Because of my cousin's Macarius. Macarius? Furious crease appears between her brows. I cannot stand him, but the feeling is mutual. We can hardly be in the same room together, so I jumped at the opportunity to become your enforcer. I should thank my obnoxious cousin for nudging me towards the best decision of my life. I serve you with all my heart and wish for no other fate than this one. That is all for now. Proud to serve the dynasty. You have now locked yourself out of her romance. Okay, that's fine. I mean, how was I supposed to know that? If I'm locked out of her romance, then I'm locked out of her romance. She doesn't, I mean, I barely know her. I said 2 sentences to her, and then I'm supposed to decide if I want to have a romance with her? That's not my fault. It's not my fault that the game made that decision. One-time thing, so it's fine. Yeah, she doesn't really interest me anyway. She seems fine, but she's not like someone that I'm like super interested in. So.
Baby boy! Baby Valvar! Beep, 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 beep.
So soft. So cute. Oh, here.
Hi, Arnami. Welcome back.
I'm currently fixing cat cam so you guys can see Jasper.
Jasper.
Oh, baby boy. It's like that corporal lady in Cyberpunk. Okay, it's like basically you can sleep with her one time and then that's it. Got it. Yeah, that doesn't bother me too much. I'm here for romance, not for fucking. My window is fucking being pounded right now. Oh, by rain? I thought somebody was smacking your window. That's spooky. Infernus Master nonchalantly lights an Ilho stick from a thermal cutter and spreads his arms in a welcome gesture. Edward Montag, at your service. He smells of cinders and Lo? Is that an L or an I? Ilo? It's either Iho or Ilo. Or Lo. His face is sooty and his belt is laden with a number of heavy tools. Oh, it's an L, so Lo. A common form of recreational stimulant that consists of a rolled paper stuffed with a plant-derived substance. When lit, the substance emits smoke that is inhaled through the tube. Out here for the real romances. Demisexuals unite. Oh, damn, yeah. It would imagine if it was Iho. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can. It's not that I'm a demisexual all the time. In fact, I think I'm more demisexual towards men than I am women, but I'm not interested in just being I've got a role to play. I am the rogue trader. I am the Lord Captain. I cannot be out here sleeping with my subordinates just because they're a little horny for me, okay? Just call me Lok? No. Lok? No. Redacted. Best romance changed my mind. Yeah, I can't change your mind because I have no idea who you're talking about. Roleplay in my role-playing games? What the fuck? I am the Lord Captain! I have duties. We just survived the warp. I can't be immediately going and sleeping with my subordinates while we're still trying to fix the ship. I have duties to be about. You would have taken him for a laborer if you weren't for the greasy and ragged officer's uniform. How did you come to be in the service of the Von Valancius dynasty? That is the best time to do it. I don't know. Loku? 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 Loku. Well, I didn't call you that. he's smoking a cigarette called Lo. Or basically it's like some sort of drug called Lo. In the usual way, my ancestors wronged yours and were appointed Inferni as a result. Hard labor, deadly risks, plenty of opportunities to atone. These criminals have been dead for generations, but we're still serving their time. Maybe we'll find redemption one day. Tell me more about the Infernus Guild. What interests you the most, our duty or our state-of-the-art equipment or our vibrant traditions? How is the guild organized? The Infernus service is split into different brigades according to the duties. The heart of the guild are, of course, our liquidators, tough guys with nerves of steel who put out fires and pull people from the flames. Others are repairmen, dealing with problems like jammed doors, fuel leaks, and broken vents. And then there's the walking inspectors, who check the decks to make sure that nothing is blocking any passages or access to communication lines. This is the DLC guy. Gotcha. It's Klingon for pain in the ass. Oh, I don't know Klingon. So I definitely was not saying Klingon. State-of-the-art equipment. That sounds interesting. He smiles guiltily. That was a bit of a stretch. I'm sorry. There is no state-of-the-art equipment. The risks of ruining it in a fire are too great. We get by using human resources and the most common items available. Respirators, fire extinguishers, and flame-retardant uniforms. Let's face it. The lives of the Inferni are not worth much. It's more important that we save the machine and minimize damaging the ship. What traditions? We have plenty of those, like the reminders. And Heinrich rolls up his sleeve, revealing a tattoo inscribed over an old burn mark. When you survive a particularly helpless accident, you get a tattoo on your scar. You can always tell an experienced Infernus by their ink. It's like a badge of honor of sorts. Tell me how you got your reminders. He points at the tattoo on his forearm. This one is from the time plasma leaked from the outer aft circuit. Imagine yourself clinging to the hole outside, thermal cutter in one hand and a magnetic clamp on the other. As your flames burst from the breach, the kind that can incinerate you in a second. All that separates you from death is a flimsy rope and a void suit more ancient than Holy Terra. And yet the price I paid was nothing compared to my comrades. He slowly moves the augmented fingers to his right hand. As for this one, he looks directly... The look he directs at his left hand is full of bitterness. I got this one in the ammo depot where my wife Elizanora died. There was a fire, and the flames were getting close to the ammunition, and I don't mean autogun rounds. These were macro cannon shells. A type of void ship weapon generally mounted on the side of a dorsal section. When fired, macro cannons launch several salvos against the same target. I'm assuming these are giant fucking huge ammo for the giant massive guns on this city-sized ship. True, their only worth is serving the God Emperor. Jesus Christ. We put out the fire as best we could, but we were losing. Suddenly, Elsie took my hand, kissed me, and then ran straight into the blaze and activated the emergency blast door. We stayed outside while she vented the compartment. Heinrich gives a tender smile, gazing at the smoke. It was quite a story. I'm sorry for your loss, Heinrich. He nods gratefully and takes another puff. I have learned all that I need. What should we talk about? That is enough for now, Heinrich. Never let your fire go out, Lord Captain. I mean, no. Heinrich hurriedly waves his hand. That's just a stupid little guild in-joke. Seriously, if you see an Infernus next to a naked flame, run. Okay. So we're gonna talk to Argenta. Can I throw Granddaddy Nurgle a cake? Sure. Throw him a cookie. Throw him a doggy cookie. Throw him one of these. In fact, I'm gonna have a doggy cookie right now. I'm gonna have a doggy treat right now. Sister Argenta looks tired. There are dark circles under her eyes. Her hair is somewhat disheveled, and she moves like she's a little on edge. Rogue Trader? You said you have a personal request for me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
It's voiced. Nice.
The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members. And they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancius territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the rogue trader could meet with the orphans?
What a cutie boy.
What a cutie boy, Jasper. What a cutie mans.
So floofy.
So floofy.
So cute. Such a handsome floofy man. Oh, okay, I'm reading over the options. I'll meet with them, no formalities needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives to the Von Valancius dynasty. My consideration is at least that they deserve. Deliver this order on my behalf. The orphans are to be properly provided for, but a personal meeting with the rogue trader is too much. Why would I? Do you wish to fill these children's heads with the illusion that the world and its rulers care about them? I have no part in this. I feel like that's exactly what Cake would choose. Cake, this is your option, isn't it? That's what you would say, huh? That's very much, I feel like a Cake option. I think... What? Cake, you... What do you mean, what? What do you mean? I feel like you are, you're too pragmatic to ever meet with these orphans. Either that, or you just say, they're orphans, they're worthless. Kill them.
What's up, Al? What's up, baby boy? What you meowing about?
Oh my god, there's so much cat fur all over me now. Oh my god. Look at that. I've just been doing it for like a second, chat. Look at all that fur. This man leaves fur everywhere. What's up, Al?
What's up, Al? What do you want, bucko?
What you been meowing about, buddy? What you been meowing about? I'm sorry, chat. I'm just trying to get all this fur off me so I can breathe without having to worry about inhaling just fistfuls of fur. It's so much. There's so much. It feels like you get it all off. It feels like you take off a full wad of hair and then you look down and you still are covered in fur. That's all over my keyboard and my desk. This man produces more fur than anything else. He's like 80% fur by weight. By volume, Jasper is 80% fur.
What's up, Avalon? What's up, Avalon? The Balbabar.
Oh, you really? I'm surprised you always pick that. That doesn't seem like what you'd pick.
I will pass on your instructions. Thank
I
you
passed
for
out
taking
on an
my
app.
request to heart.
Yeah, I'm glad you got a sub. Thank you, Cheeky. Whoa. Immediately going to meet with them right away. The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off of you, gazing as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Indefatigable. Oh my god, that's such a word. Indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. Avlar glances at the gathered children. It is hardly the Shola Progenium. My god, why are these words so hard? It's hardly the Shola Progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship an adequate care and instruction. Am I wrong to think you're evil? Every time I do anything, you always tell me to do the most evil option, usually. Argenta is standing up to the side of the group. At your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice ringing. Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you, the one who guides you in through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your lord captain, the rogue traitor of House von Valancius. You notice Infernus Master Einrich Montag standing a few paces away from the orphans. He watches you with approval and bows respectfully when you meet his gaze. Infernus Master, do you serve as a teacher in your spare time? Grandly addressed the group. I am the rogue traitor, Lord Captain of the ship. Speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives for just a cause and brought honor to the von Valancius banners and those of the Imperium. I am proud of them, and I believe that you will become their worthy heirs. Smile at the group. Your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones. Trust the chaperones, give them treats, and escort them to their homes. I believe a minute of beholding the great... This is great honor enough for them. That's so funny. Now I do 3 again. You would. Yeah, I feel like these are too... This one, you feel too pompous. And this one's very, like, too high and mighty. I would choose 3 here as well. A teenager keeps staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skinny, pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died, and there are dozens for you, noble lot, and you just give us speeches." Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm and scold him for his impudence. Address the chaperones. Their comportment leaves much to be desired. I hope that they will be molded into worthy servants of the House von Valancius. The audience is over. Punish the troublemaker, put the rest back into the bays. The audience is over. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen. Rest assured you won't be abandoned. You will be taken care of. Really, you choose 3 here? I feel like that's such like a backwards thing of what we did. I mean, I guess they are orphans, so it's not the same as getting back talk from like somebody in a high position. Whereas like I got back talk from the guy earlier and I had him executed. I feel like I'm backtracking on what the precedent I tried to set before, but I get it. I get it. I'm definitely not I definitely don't follow the grandfather. The grandfather? You can't kill kids, Val. That is evil. I'm not gonna execute the kid. I was just saying that I feel like I'm going back on what I said earlier. The boy smiles grimly. It doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back, and it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on the ship until we drop and die like our folks, or worse. I understand what your grief and dismay your parents said. It is not an easy thing to go through, but they gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honorable fate with anger and disdain. When the heretics who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command. I fought and I repelled the assault as quickly as I could. But no war can be won without losses. You can only strive to do what is within your power. The strong have the power to decide the fate of others. The weak either obey or die. If you seek a different lot in life, boy, save your grumbling and look for an opportunity to rise above the rest. Yeah, the Grimdark definitely wouldn't do that to kids. Definitely not execute children. Oh, for sure they wouldn't. Absolutely not. It's just a paradise here. Punish the trouble. Nope. Okay, I think, honestly, I kind of like 3. It feels very fitting for the situation where it's like, you can whine and complain, but there's like no handouts in this universe. And if you want to like, I think that I'm not saying that that's how it should be. I'm just saying that there are no handouts in this universe. And if you want to change things, you're going to need to get power to no longer be weak. Thank you for the headphones! Ruff, ruff! I mean, that is a good choice. I mean, I like all the first three. I think... I'll do 2. I'm gonna do 2 here. I'm gonna break off from what you do, Cake. I'm gonna do 2 here. When the heretics that killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command, I fought. I repelled the assault as quickly as I could. But no war can be won without losses. You can only strive to do what is within your power. It is hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but he nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Abelard gives a sigh, and servant immediately emerges carrying packed treats with Von Valancius emblazoned on the wrappers. It appears that the Seneschal is prepared for any contingency. I'm just saying what I picked because you called me out. Now try to sway you this time. Gotcha.
Thank you for the head pats. Thank you.
Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. Sister likes 1. How am I supposed to know what she likes? How am I supposed to know that?
Greetings.
Tell me about the Adepta Soritas. She loves all dog answers. Oh, okay. Dogmatic, gotcha. Holy shit, excuse me.
Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am, talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about?
What is up, baby boy? What you want? Hi.
He walks just outside of my hand where I can't reach him. Why you do this? Why you don't want pets, huh? You mount for attention. I try to give it to you and you run away. Do you hear him, chat? Can you hear him meowing? Can you hear this boy?
Hi, baby boy. I want to pet you and love you, but you always stay just outside my reach. Why? Beep. I got your tail. Beep. Got your tail. Beep. Boop. Give me your tail. Good job.
Cutie mans.
Hi. Yeah, I know you want to go outside. I know. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry.
They say the Adeptus Soritas are the fiercest in their faith among the warriors of the Imperium. Is it true?
It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed, sometimes with words. More often than not with a bolter.
Are all sisters truly as faultless as you say?
Even the novices of the Adeptus Sororitas are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness. But do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me. Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her. For nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of fault and weakness.
Hell yeah. Sisters of Battle, more like the mommies of fucking step on me. Heretic!
Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand. Those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield.
Hiya, big
Their
boy.
lives are
Hello.
seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul.
Love a nun with a big gun. It's a good combo. It's a good combo. Yes, please, sister. Please enlighten me of your ways.
Once I had completed my novitiate,
Baby boy.
I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate.
He's the baby boy. Look at this baby man. Look at this baby man. Look at baby man. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh. I don't. I don't. Much precious. Very precious baby boy. The opening thing of Red Faction to Black Lagoon literally starts with, I have a big gun. I took it from my lord. That's so good. Hi, baby boy. I want to go outside, I know. Oh, he's wiggly. He's wiggly. He's making a run. Oh, by the way, you like my shirt, chat? You like my shirt? It's me! Look, it's me! Let's do tax evasion, chat! Doggy treats! Thank you! Thank you for the doggy treats! I'll have a doggy treat. Put the camera back on the boys. Chase, da-da-da. Da-da-da. Whoop! He's coming up. Hello. Where you going, puppy? Where you going, baby boy? Wanna lay down? Wanna lay down here? No? You're gonna run away. Okay. Balthazar is very hard to get on camera because unless he's sleeping, he's just constantly moving. He's a very active kitty cat. And then there's Jasper. Hello, Jasper. Oh, Jasper's turn to come up? Are you gonna come sit on the desk, Jasper? Look at the man. Look at that man. Him licking him chops. Him licking him chops. Yeah, did you just finish eating, buddy? Just finished eating a yummy meal? I've not seen any Taskmaster. Ever. I don't know what that show is. What a cute and precious little bean. Make sure you give him lots of love and pets. Also, the cat is cute, too. Yes, they're both cute boys. We got Jasper. Boop. The Floofy King. And we got Balthazar. And you call yourself a Brit? I don't call myself a Brit! What do you mean? I've never once called myself a Brit. I called my fiancé a Brit, because he is British.
And we seek out the relics that have been lost.
Met you, dummy?
Neither a coven of heretics nor the
I'm pretty
most
cute.
wicked death world can deter
When I'm in cat
Sisters
form.
Pronatus
Outside of cat
when
form,
their
I'm not
goal
cute.
is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
Boop. Little nose boopies. The Order Pronatus is not one of the Order's militant, and yet we're a trained fighter.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless.
Jason Montezukis was in the season. Very funny. I have no idea who that is. Taskmaster is peak show. I've never heard of it. I don't watch TV, almost ever. How does one acquire a mommy of Step on Me? Well, first you gotta be isekai'd into the Warhammer world. Then you gotta somehow survive and not die. And then somehow you have to find the 1 in a million sister of battle who's willing to go against the tenants and become your mommy. All season, all free on the YouTube. Okay. What the— No! Jasper! God damn it.